One of the popular misconceptions about nonprofits is that you could set up something that's basically just to benefit yourself. So lawyers should be watching for this from the initial consultation they have with a client who says that they want to create a nonprofit. If the client really just wants to run a business and doesn't like paying taxes, you shouldn't get involved with that, right? That they're just trying to set up a fake nonprofit basically so that they can not have to pay taxes on their profits, but they're essentially running a for-profit business. Trust me, your client's not the first person to try that. And that's something the IRS is going to be scrutinizing the application for tax exemption to make sure that's not what is happening. This isn't just a construction company that doesn't want to pay taxes. And so have decided to call themselves a nonprofit, even though they're functioning as a for-profit entity. The other misconception that people have is what I would call the GoFundMe model. And this is where somebody just doesn't have any money and they want to raise money for their medical expenses or for school tuition or to do a big trip that's always been some chase their dreams or whatever it is, launch their rock band. And so they start asking people for donations. Those are not tax deductible donations. And this is not a nonprofit organization. This is just people giving you money. And so even though you may, in colloquial terms, call yourself a charity case, the legal system would not recognize this as a legal charity, that you have charitable status for purposes of payment of taxes. And so lawyers need to watch out for this with their clients who basically say, I need money, so I'm going to start a nonprofit, and then people can donate to me, and then that'll cover my living expenses or raise money for me to pay tuition or go on a trip or do something I want to do and so forth. And that's not going to work. And you need to nip that in the bud right away in the first consultation and explain that that is not legally going to be recognized as a nonprofit. In fact, we would call that, we have a legal term for that, which is private inurement, which is people are donating to a nonprofit, and then the nonprofit is turning around and just giving the money to the individual, one of the individuals associated with the nonprofit. So legally, that's going to be a big red flag and something that the IRS is going to be watching for, looking for when they review a application for tax exemption. So watch out for those types of things that someone may have a misconception about. One last misconception, that if they start a nonprofit, that money just appears out of nowhere, that all you have to do, if you have a nice idea, like I want to set up a nonprofit to help veterans, that all you have to do is create the nonprofit and somehow there's like money that just magically appears. That's not the case at all. Whoever is running the nonprofit has to work very hard for every dollar that comes in from donors or has to apply to private foundations for grants and things like that. So it's not automatically going to be funded. There are a lot of nonprofits that get set up and are basically defunct from the point of creation because there was no plan and there's no real effort put into soliciting donations or contributions. And so watch out for this. Sometimes people don't really understand how things work. They think if you create a nonprofit that there's just money there all of a sudden, and there won't be. During the consultation, one of the questions that you should be asking your client right away is, where's the money coming from for this? And if they say, well, I think people will donate, you need to say, which people? Would you donate to this? And so forth. And so you need to ask a client that.